Good morning. It is Saturday, May 20th. It's about 9 o'clock in the morning and all loaded up, ready to get this party started. We are about to pop out into the parking lot of Carver's Gap here in just a few minutes and get started. No rain, sun's out right now. The weather is saying that rain is supposed to start around 12, and then a possibility, or a good possibility, of thunderstorms maybe around 1 or 2. So we'll see what happens. Got some real pretty balds to go over this morning, and should hopefully get through most of, if not all of those, before any severe weather gets here. So yeah, we'll see what happens. Let's go. Here's Carver's Gap. See, there's a bunch of cars here Saturday morning, and a little foggy. And I'm just gonna cross the road here. Here we go. Not up here yet. Saw the fog and smoke down in Carver's Gap. Almost. We are on top of Round Bald. .360-degree views. There's a lot of clouds and fog this morning. Not up here, it's beautiful up here. Wish this fog would get out of here, but it's still beautiful. I bet on a clear day, this is out of control. You can see it's rolling in right now. You can see it moving. Well. All right, we are on top of Jane Bald. And striking out again with the views. There's a little bit that way. Really pretty. If that fog was gone, I mean, look at the trail up ahead. I feel like I'm in The Sound of Music or something. We are above some of the clouds. All right, everybody. We are on top of Grassy Ridge Bald. Was kind of hoping to climb out of the clouds up here, but that didn't happen. That's okay. So if you're coming through here, you're watching this for tips. Just so you know, I had to take a 0.6 Blue Blaze to get up here to the very summit. So it's going to cost me 1.2 miles total from the AT to here and back. But wanted to try to get a great view while I'm here. Not going to happen, but I can always say I tried and that I was here. And what else is significant about this spot is this is the last time that we will be above 6,000 feet until we get to Mount Washington in New Hampshire. So this is it. So if you're coming south from Mount Washington, you won't go above 6,000 feet until you get here on Grassy Ridge Bald and start the Roan Highlands. So anyway, that's enough of me yapping right now. Let's check it out. You get the chance to do this on a pretty day, you should totally come do this. Easy day hike in and out from Carver's Gap. And there's parking there. Beautiful. Hey, leaving Grassy Ridge Bald, 2.5 miles from Carver's Gap, by the way. 2.5 in, 2.5 out. And you can see all the Roan Highlands minus Roan Mountain. But you could always go from Carver's Gap up to top of Roan Mountain in the opposite direction. But anyway, really pretty up here. Just thought I'd throw that in there while I'm thinking about it and looking at this map. All right, let me get back down to the AT. This is the Stan Murray shelter. Pretty nice. Kind of small, but it's nice. Clean, got a broom, picnic table, fire ring. Pretty through here. Stan Murray shelter. I think he was like a former chairman of the ATC or something. So they named a shelter after him. So that barn down there, that is the Upper Mountain Shelter. It's closed now. They closed it in September of 2019 due to structural weakness. I think it's gonna fall at any time. I already passed through down there. It's a side trail to get to it, and I didn't go to it. But it sure looks pretty. But yeah, this is a view heading north. They're right here on the trail. Looking at that. Pretty cool. We're on Little Hump Mountain. Just 360 views still. Awesome. All right, we are in Bradley Gap. That's the name of this. That is Little Hump Mountain. Bradley Gap right in here. And that is Hump Mountain. And as you can see, we are going to the top of that dude. Looks nasty up there right now. We'll see. Maybe not too bad. Maybe I can get through there before anything severe pops off. But yeah, 360 views here. That's where we came from. This is Bradley and Bradley Gap. All right, so that is Little Hump Mountain. We are about halfway up Hump Mountain, and anyway, you get a better view, better perspective of what it looks like further away and up a little bit. From the gap down there, it doesn't look very big at all, but it's all right. Like I'm in a different country or something. All the terrain just completely changed. If this is what I got to look forward to in Virginia, and I think some of it is, man, I'm excited. It's awesome. Uh-oh. I think I know what that sign says just ahead. Let's check it out. Boom. And done. After a couple of weeks of winding between Tennessee and North Carolina, we are officially done with North Carolina. And we'll just be in Tennessee for the remainder of the time in Tennessee. And that won't be long, and we'll be in Virginia. All right. Plenty of rocks on the trail down here too. This has been going on for a while. It's just not in the Northeast. So we're on a really big descent, 5.5 mile drop down to 19E. It's a roadway, it's a major road crossing. There's a town there, Mount Roan, Tennessee. I think it's more like a village, like really small place. But you have the option if you want to get a shuttle or whatever, buy a shuttle, call a shuttle. You can go to that little town and resupply if you need to, or get off trail, whatever. That's an option here. we're gonna push on through there today, and I want to go ahead and get the climb out of. There's always a big climb out of any kind of big gap like that. So I want to go ahead and get that over with today. Feeling good. Want to get that knocked out, and that way when I start tomorrow, I'll either be on top of that climb or just on the other side of it, looking at my options. So yeah, it's always nice in the mornings to start. Not always, but sometimes it is nice to start on descent, or if you're at the top, you know, point 1 or 2 or 3 of it being just kind of relatively flat or ups and downs. Sometimes, just depending on how you're feeling, sometimes just starting out the jump with a big climb, I don't know, it just hurts a little more, I guess. It'll wake you up for sure. It will get your blood flowing. And this isn't necessarily a big climb. It doesn't look big on the elevation chart, but if history repeats itself, it's probably a little bit of a booger. So I'm gonna go ahead and get that over with. And still got some time anyway. Still plenty of daylight left. And but I am getting close to needing a resupply, and we'll probably make some type of plans to do that tomorrow. I'll try to get up. I've been looking at a place on Far Out. It would be a big day tomorrow, but try to get up around Dennis Cove Road. It's kind of what I'm thinking about, looking at in the back of my mind. So I don't know. We'll see. Sometimes you just got to kind of roll with it out here. But I don't really want to go into Mount Rome, Tennessee. No disrespect if that's your hometown or whatever, but I mean, getting a shuttle, paying for that, I don't think there's anything to see there. So anyway, that's the plan. Just been going down forever and still dropping. All right, I'll show y'all 19E when we get down here. What's up there, horse? Somebody got them a farm right here next to the AT. And a little campsite right here just before you get to 19E. I passed a couple of those. Coming into 19E. So once you pass Carver's Gap, this is the next thing. It took me all day to get here. I think this is about 15, 16 miles, something like that. So that was the deal. There's the road up there. I thought this was it down here because the road noise got so loud, but apparently not. Ain't this fancy? Right here at the road. Nice little stealth site there. Right here on the water too. There's been a bunch of those at this road crossing. Hey, what's up? Right over there. Here we go. Still climbing. It don't matter the size. The last one of the day, man, you got to work through it. But it feels good. All right, so we are near the top of our last climb of the day. And this is what we got going on up top. Small bald. Nothing like any of the others. Still fairly pretty. All right, what's up? So coming down off this last climb always feels good. It's kind of like, you know, wrapping things up at the end of a ball game or something. Anyway, so it's misting a little bit, but the bulk of the rain, all the rain really, at least at my location throughout the day, has held off. I've seen rain clouds around me, but man, it's the mountains. I think the only person that really knows what the weather's going to do in the mountains is the good Lord. But anyway, so been fortunate with that. I'm starting to try to figure out where I'm going to get. But anyway, to bring you up to speed on something, so I got a trail name today. That's right, got a trail name. So ran into some section hikers that weren't at trail days in Damascus, and was been kind of bouncing around with them all day, really, leapfrogging and lunch together, all that kind of stuff. And so they asked me towards the beginning of the day when I first saw them. One guy says, "Man, what's your trail name?" So I don't have one. I'm Brad, and which is what I've been doing with everybody. I get basically asked just about every day what my trail name is, and I tell them Brad. But and most people just go on about their business. Well, not this one dude. This one guy, he's like, so you mean to tell me you've been out here for over a month and you don't have a trail name? I was like, yeah, that's right. And he was like, oh, we got one of them, huh? Oh, we got a Mr. Anonymous out here. Oh, we got Mr. Anonymous hiker. So dude starts calling me Anonymous. And of course, all his buddies, they were laughing, and anyway, it stuck throughout the day, all day today. And later on during the day, they were asking me about, you know, where I'm from, who I am, all that kind of stuff, my background, stuff about my education, where I worked, all that kind of thing. And you know, I just don't go passing that kind of information around, especially people I just met. So, I mean, it's different sharing all this with you guys on YouTube, because y'all are watching this after the fact. You know, sometimes it could be 4 or 5 days after the day that this stuff was filmed before it's put out there. So anyway, didn't really answer any direct questions he had for me, and everything was just kind of open-ended, was just more solidified in their minds, Mr. Anonymous. So it's not, I'm taking the Mr. off of it. So I'm just I'm Anonymous. That's my trail name. So yeah, cool stuff. You know, some people out here, especially some of the young girls, you know, they'll go up to people and say, "Hey, will you give me a trail name?" I couldn't do that. I don't want to do that. So, in a way, watching some people with trail names is kind of like, I don't know, you feel like you're a junior in high school again. You know, it'll be some younger girls, and they'll be like, "OMG, Lisa, did you eat Captain Crunch for breakfast 2 days in a row on trail?" Kathy, Lisa's got a trail name. It's Crunch. Yep, you're Crunch now. We got to go to town and celebrate. Lisa's got a trail name. And Kathy says, "But I don't have a trail name." "Well, you said you wanted to celebrate. Your name can be Celebration." "Oh my gosh, I'm paying for everything when we get to town. Celebration is going to put on a celebration." I mean, folks, it's all the time. And I just sit back and watch, laugh most of the time. But anyway, I couldn't. I couldn't do that. So I figured it would come when it came, and looks like it came today. Came in the mail today, so to speak. So anyway, that is the story, and yep. So I'm gonna sign off for now, as anonymous. Let me find somewhere to get. Talk to you in a bit. Look at this. Got a cemetery out here on the AT. Like literally, right on the AT. You be buried on the AT. It's like you can do it. Telling you, this mist right now, light rain, at the end of a day like today, feels good. I don't mind it right now. I don't even have any rain gear on or anything. I'm just enjoying it. Let's go. All right, folks, made it to Buck Mountain Road. Wrapping things up. You can see there's the trail where it starts over there. And this church here, far out, says it's got water spigots on the outside where you can top off and camel up, all that good stuff with water. And there are several comments saying that right down there, like 3/10 of a mile, there are a bunch of stealth sites. So I'm calling it here today at Buck Mountain Road. So went from Carver's Gap to Buck Mountain Road for an 18-mile day. All right, talk to y'all in a little bit.